Hi everyone. There's two things that I really like. One of them is playing GTA, or well, any game, but currently I'm playing GTA Online, one of my all-time favorite games. And the second thing is having something on my second screen in the background, whether it be stories, music, or whatever interests me at that time. I just like having something on. Today, hopefully, if this video finds you somehow, I can be that thing for you in the background. So if you are interested to watch, then I'm playing some GTA, just doing my daily tasks. I even won the podium car, funny enough, and also checking out the new game mode. But if you're not, if you're having this on in the background, then enjoy my voice. That sounds so weird. Anyways, we're reading Reddit confessions, so let's lose some faith in humanity. I found a wallet with a lot of money on the sidewalk. A few days ago, I was walking my dog when I picked up a lady's wallet on the ground. When I looked inside, there was $440. I was very tempted to just keep the money because I'm currently broke and I was already fantasizing of eating something other than ramen. I probably spent a good 20 minutes contemplating what to do. I finally decided that having a clear conscience was far better than living with the guilt of spending someone else's hard-earned money. The address on their driver's license was reasonably close, so I returned it. The lady was super appreciative, and you could see just how relieved she was. I felt really bad for the fact that I even considered keeping it for myself. My coworker called me a complete moron for returning it and said if it were him, he would have kept the money, but I'm glad I did it anyway, because it wasn't mine to keep. Damn. This is a tough one. Like, first things first, just objectively, good job. Like, you are a good human being for returning that, right? But don't lie, all of us in this situation would be like, you know, it's tough, man. Like, I'm not holy by any means, so I know I would also be in a dilemma of like, what do I do? I think at the end of the day, I would probably do the same as this guy, because guilt is something that like heavily lays on my mind, and I would be like bothered by it for so damn long. Because I don't know, I have this Batman dilemma. Any guy out there probably relates, but I'm Batman, and I have to help people. So the fact that I would have basically stolen such a big ass amount of money, because that's not bus change, right? That's actual rent money or whatever, or like a huge grocery check or whatever. I wouldn't be able to sleep nice for a long time. So yeah, I'm like, sure, you're not $400 richer, but at least you know that the money is in its rightful place of its rightful owner. Maybe like the worst thing or like the best thing you could do as a silver lining, in my opinion, is like take $40 and then return the $400, right? So it's clean 400, and you really can't be mad at that. If I lost my wallet with $440, someone returned it, I check and it's 400, I wouldn't even be mad, because you still have, the $400, and $40 is just basically your commission for bringing it back. Because like in that situation, it's either 400 or nothing, right? So the fact that he gave everything is really commendable. But if you would be that guy, if you would decide to take it, then maybe like take $40, and in my opinion, that still would have been fine. Anyways, I'ma stop yapping and let's read the next one. Okay, another one about money. I found money in an ATM and now I regret returning it. Just what the title says. I show up at a Wells Fargo ATM and there's 300 sitting in the cash dispenser. No one around, as if someone made a withdrawal and then forgot to take their money. I waited about 10 minutes to see if anyone came back, but no one did. I was with my 9-year-old son, who was excited and asked if we get to keep it. I told him that the right thing to do is to return it. However, this was a Sunday and we would have to wait until Monday. Good opportunity for a lesson, right? Kind of. I go in on Monday and explain to the manager what happened. They told me no one had contacted them yet, but they will put it back in the bank, and if someone comes and asks, they will look at the balance at the end of the month or something like that. No pat on the back, just a simple thanks. And the bank absorbs the cash with no real outcome. I could have used that $300, but I guess it's an important lesson for my kid. Whoa. See, now the context is different. The context is different here. The fact is, they did the right thing. They taught their kid a lesson, it's not your money, return it, whatever. But they waited. It was probably like Sunday evening, so like you said, the actual bank wouldn't be open until Monday, so no one would be coming there unless to check for the money. And the fact that no one even did that Monday, in my opinion, you did what you could. And if you would have just kept the money after Sunday night, just never went to the bank on Monday, I wouldn't even be mad. Because it's different, right? You don't know who the money belongs to. There's no choice of, do I return it or not? You're basically just returning it to a bank that seemingly just does not give a shit. And, you did the right thing, but sometimes the actual right thing kind of sucks. And that's what happened here. Because the right thing led to seemingly the wrong people that don't really give a shit for it. And they just, yoinked that money. Alright. Turned on by this sound that every woman does every day. That title. I don't know how to say this without sounding completely deranged, but I get irrationally flustered when I hear a woman pee. What the? Like, not in a creepy way. What do you mean not in a creepy way? What do you mean? Okay, maybe a little creepy, but something about the aggressive stream hitting the water just turns my brain into mashed potatoes. I forgot that these confessions are actual confessions, not just little money things. I could be in a gas station stall minding my business, and boom, a nearby jet stream of pee activates fight or flight in the form of butterflies in my stomach. I don't understand it, I hate it, but I also kinda don't. Damn. You know what? You do you, man. And as long as you're not hurting anyone, making anyone uncomfortable, doing some actual creepy shit like recording it or something, then you do you. I won't judge, right? Like, it's weird, as weird as it sounds, as you said, maybe a little creepy to you, but just keep it at that and don't make it any more weird. You know what? Let's just go back to money related confessions for a second, because I'm a bit traumatized after that last one. And money fits the GTA vibe, so let's go with that. I got scammed, but double the amount was returned, and I kept quiet. Several years ago, I was in the middle of playing a video game. I got a call about restoring access to my Venmo account. I wasn't paying much attention, and they sent me a text with a verification code. I didn't realize until later that within the text it said, "Do not give this number to anyone. We will never ask you for this code." As soon as I told them the code, I realized my mistake and they hung up. Within about 1 minute, 1.5k was taken out of my Venmo account from different cards. I immediately removed the accounts from Venmo and reached out to support. I also disputed the charges with my banks. Both Venmo and the banks returned the money, leaving me with double the amount I had lost. Never said anything until now. I don't really feel guilty about it either. A win is a win. You got scammed, which was unfair. And justice just returned it. Whoever that did this, God or fate, the universe really said double it and give it to the next person. In this case, that person was you. I guess it's just good karma. Something unfortunate happened and then something fortunate happened. Balance. That's how life works sometimes. So, okay, this one is gym related. I work out so much harder when there are hot girls at the gym. What the fuck? I get so excited when I see a hot chick is at the gym when I go, bro, what is this language, man? I get such a better workout. I don't know, maybe they just motivate me. Maybe I have to keep the blood going for my muscles instead of going to my pants. Great. I guess scientifically speaking, you see someone attractive and that increases testosterone, and well, you're using that in your workout. So, boom, better workout, right? So as long as you're staying respectful and not looking at them like in a creepy way. I just have the image of some guy just sitting there in the corner doing like dumbbell curls, just staring. That would be so creepy. I don't know why I'm laughing because it's like just just don't do that, okay? Don't do that. But if you get a better workout, better pump, because of science, then it's good. Just stay respectful and don't look at anyone creepily or weirdly, please. When I was a child, I used a public computer and someone had left their Neopets account logged in. Oh no. I stole their pet worth multiple million Neo points. It's basically, as the title says, it was a pet called a Mutix that was worth millions of those points because it granted a really rare avatar. I traded it through a bunch of my own accounts before eventually giving it to my real account, getting the avatar and then sending it back through other burner accounts to eventually sell. I feel bad about it to this day. Well, yeah, that's fucked up, man. My question is though, why did someone log into that kind of account on a public computer? At a certain point, you're asking for it. It was whoever logged in. That was their own dumbass mistake for, first of all, logging in on a public computer, and then not making sure it's correctly logged out. You did something bad, and it still bothers you to this day. So, I guess that's just the consequences of your actions that you have to live with. Anyways, that was maybe it for today. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed my yapping. I should yap a bit less because now I yap a lot. Leave a like if you enjoyed content like this. I'm definitely willing to do more. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Goodbye and good night.